First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today to really help us celebrate an important announcement and an important partnership that we've been able to craft between the city, the county, Mr. Ibarra from the Mexican consul, and to talk about some important issues from an economic development standpoint. Before we begin today, I'd like to recognize a few organizations that have come to show their support of this exciting economic development initiative. Of course, Mauricio Ibarra is the Mexican consul. He's a gentleman who I've had a chance to get to know over the last year or so. He's got a beautiful family. They really do a great job here. He's a great consul, and they really add a lot to our community. Sandra Necessary of the U.S. Department of Commerce from the International Trade Administration, thank you so much. Edward Herrera of the New Mexico Office of International Trade. Mr. Alex Romero, a good friend with the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce. Brian Burnett is with us here today, and Rob Zur of Bohannon Houston Inc., one of our great local companies in the city of Albuquerque, and then of course the New Mexico-Israel Business Exchange. We're here today to announce the creation of the Albuquerque Bernalillo County International Trade Alliance. Over the last 8 months, the city and the county's respective economic development departments have been working really diligently to develop this international trade promotion program. This week, we signed a memorandum of understanding that officially created our new International Trade Alliance that will do several things. It will help Albuquerque Bernalillo companies to grow their businesses internationally. It will save taxpayer dollars by pooling resources rather than duplicating efforts between the city and the county. And it will serve as an economic development tool that will empower our private sector to grow, create new jobs, and to bring new money into our local economy. 2 weeks ago, right around 2 weeks ago, I met with a team of economists as we discussed Albuquerque's economy, the state economy, the national economy, and we looked for ways that we can continue to turn around from this very, very difficult recession. And during our discussion, one of the things that came up is the fact that one of the best performing sectors of this recovery is exports. If you look at the past several recoveries, the 1990s, the 2000s, from the recessions that hit, a lot of those recessions had an export component that helped pull the economy out of recession, but not nearly as robust as the export component of this particular recovery has been. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can from the export standpoint. And I'm sure that many of you saw the International Trade Administration's recent announcement that New Mexico's exports increased 63% in the first half of 2012 compared to the same period in 2011, where they grew from 944 million to 1.5 billion. So we went from 944 million to 1.5 billion. That's a 63% increase in just 1 year. And that's an impressive number, but it is even more impressive when you compare it to the national average, which was 7% over the same period. So it tells us a couple of things. It tells us that we're absolutely poised to be really robust in the export sector. We're seeing tremendous growth to markets like Israel. Our exports to Israel were up 606%. Our exports to Chile were up 126%. Brazil, 125% increase, and the list goes on. And as a state, we're moving in the right direction, and this effort will only further the growth of future exports from Albuquerque, New Mexico's economic center, the Middle Rio Grande. You know, we've got a lot of friends around the state doing a lot of great things. Oil and gas is doing very well. We want the Middle Rio Grande sector to do well. We think exports is a way we can do that. And with that being said, I'm pleased to announce the first official Trade Alliance International Trade Mission. Working with the consul and with others on behalf of the Trade Alliance, I will be leading a group of Albuquerque companies to Mexico City and Guadalajara from October 28th to November 2nd of this year. And I'd certainly like to thank Consul Ibarra, the state, the Small Business Administration, the Department of Commerce, all for partnering with the Trade Alliance to put this trade mission together. To date, we have 6 local companies that have expressed interest in participating, so spaces are filling up fast. But if you're a local company, if you're in Bernalillo County, the Mid-Rio Grande region, we really want you to participate. Really, if you're from New Mexico, we want you to participate. Any companies interested in participating should request more information. Contact information can be found on the official press release that was distributed today. Before passing over the podium, I'd like to take a moment to thank John Garcia. John's here, I know, and my team from the Economic Development Department here at the City of Albuquerque. Mei Ling Armijo. Mei Ling is there you are. always with a smile. For work, Mailing really worked with us diligently on getting this new partnership put together over the last several months. And Vince, I know Murphy's here as well. And I just want to say, we say it a lot, but we really have, I believe, unprecedented relationships between the city of Albuquerque and Bernalillo County. And it's really a testament to these folks that are going out there. We've really, as a mayor, and I know Tom Zadanek and the county commissioners and our city councilors have really reached out and said we can do more together, we need to do more together, and today's a perfect example of the fruits of that labor. So thanks to everybody for their leadership on that. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Bernalillo County Commissioner Wayne Johnson to talk about the new collaboration. Commissioner Johnson, thank you and the entire commission for supporting this partnership, and we really look forward to great things. So with that, Commissioner Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor Barry, for the introduction, and more importantly, thank you for the role the city's playing in developing this partnership with Bernalillo County. This is something that, as the mayor said, we've been trying to do for some time, is work closer together, leverage our resources, and align those resources so that we're all rowing in the same direction. When the city of Albuquerque and the Middle Rio Grande Valley benefits, so does Bernalillo County. And we have to remember that as government officials and elected officials. It's important that we work together. I also want to thank Councilor Ibarra for being here today and showing his support for this initiative. And all the government agencies and local businesses. Remember, this is a business-first initiative. This isn't about the city of Albuquerque or Bernalillo County getting out in front and driving some sort of business venture. This is about businesses finding new partners for their goods and services and bringing those partners into New Mexico and Bernalillo County. We understand how important international trade is at Bernalillo County. This is a concrete example of how the city and county can work together for the benefit of the region, especially in an area as important as economic development. Strong trade promotion partnerships have been successfully implemented in large metropolitan areas throughout the nation, and there's no reason why this area should be any different. The specifics of the trade alliance are we'd have a minimum of 2 trade missions to foreign countries each year, and these are different markets each year. They'll be comprised of 5 to 10 local companies and be led by a high-level city or county official. Now that sounds kind of strange, county government officials leading some of these missions. Well, we're not really leading them, we're accompanying them. And there's some doors that can be opened by elected officials that are oftentimes slammed in a company's face for no other reason that they don't have necessarily the credibility to go and knock on the door and have it opened. It's one of the odd vagaries of being an elected official. Sometimes you get a door open that would be closed. We'll provide a structured, secure opportunity for companies to find customers or partners that are researched and vetted by the Trade Alliance before they even go. It's a tremendous opportunity for companies of all sizes, but especially for those that are new to a foreign market. I think that would describe a lot of companies in the area. Mayor Barry, as he said, will be leading the first official trade mission, and that's of the Trade Alliance at the end of October. As the mayor mentioned, the first trade mission will be to Mexico. The Trade Alliance is looking at both Israel and Brazil as potential destinations for next year's 2013 trade mission. In addition to helping local companies find customers through trade missions, the Trade Alliance will research and identify foreign direct investment leads, arrange for participating city or county officials to meet with foreign industries interested in setting up operations or investing in the Albuquerque-Bernalillo County area. So how are we going to do this? We're going to not only reach out to foreign companies and foreign governments, we're going to help train our companies how to reach out to these companies. And to do that, we're going to have international business seminars that will be held throughout the year. We'll bring in experts from foreign markets to talk about opportunities in those markets. And we'll provide helpful first steps on how to begin to enter each market. Individual company consultations will be part of the Trade Alliance and be available to meet with local companies to help find a seminar or trade mission that is applicable to their business. Connect with them with expert international business service providers such as custom brokers, international attorneys, international finance experts, international accounts receivables, insurance providers, and a whole host of other business support providers. We'll also mutually support the trade initiatives of our partners. The Trade Alliance will be in constant coordination with the State of New Mexico's Office of International Trade and the Department of Commerce's International Trade Administration. This also eliminates the duplication of efforts by ensuring that each organization is offering opportunities for a wider variety of international markets. The fact that we have representatives from both agencies here today is a testament to what will become a strong statewide partnership. Spearheading the International Trade Alliance will be Randy Trask of Encuentro Solutions. I always kill that. Did I get it right, Randy? And sorry about the phone. I'm the only one that probably forgot to turn off his phone. Randy has international trade experience at the nonprofit, local and state government, and private sector levels. He already maintains strong relationships with many trade organizations, economic development organizations, and foreign government trade promotion agencies. Thank you. That makes me not feel so bad. And he'll be a great advocate for the city and county as we move forward with this initiative. I really believe that it's important to note the fact that the Trade Alliance has been created to serve the private sector. I mentioned that earlier, but we don't lead, business leads. We're allocating resources and providing this service because the private sector has made it clear that it's important and there is a real need for this partnership. Before closing the press conference, I would like to introduce one final speaker, Brian Burnett of Bohannon Houston Incorporated. Mr. Burnett has shown his support for the Trade Alliance by being here today, but he's been gracious enough to offer a few words from the perspective of a local company that will be taking advantage of this program. In fact, Bohannon Houston was the very first company to sign up for the upcoming trade mission to Mexico. Mr. Burnett.
Well, thank you, Commissioner Johnson and Mayor Berry. We really appreciate the opportunity to be here. This is an exciting moment. We're looking forward to our partnership with the International Trade Alliance. And over the last decade, Bohannon Houston has done work in Mexico, and we continue to expand our efforts there. So this fits well with our strategic plan. We're finding some good opportunities to utilize our skills and technology with similar type companies in Mexico. Looking beyond the U.S. border has been important as we continue to expand our business, bring value to new customers, and provide opportunities for our staff. The International Trade Alliance will be very important to these efforts in the future. And I just want to mention a couple of ways that the Alliance will help us. First, it will create international agendas, communication, and researching potential foreign customers, which can be very difficult for a company to handle on our own. Secondly, finding partners under the umbrella of an official government trade mission gives our company more credibility up front. And finally, we get to participate in seminars and presentations on different foreign markets that would otherwise be unattainable to our company. Bohannon Houston is certainly experiencing an expansion into the global marketplace, and the International Trade Alliance is an important part of our strategy and future, as I said. So, on behalf of the Bohannon Houston staff, we very much appreciate the encouragement and support that you've been for our company, and we're looking forward to the trip. Rob will be representing Bohannon Houston on the upcoming trip, and we're just very excited about the future and working with the city and the county on this important effort. So thank you.
Brian, thanks so much. I appreciate it. With that, we'll take any questions.
What kind of components have made up this huge increase in exports to New Mexico?
Well,
finished goods, raw materials?
Well, there's services. I think certainly Bohannon Houston is what they're exporting as a service. It's an engineering service that they can take to other countries. I've had an opportunity to, as a mayor, personally travel internationally since I took over as mayor. I've been to Israel. I've been to China. Both of those were self-financed trips. But I had an opportunity to take New Mexico goods with me. For example, when I went to China, I took New Mexico wines took wines from Deming, I took wines from Albuquerque, I took New Mexico products, and there's this huge worldwide market out there for things that we do well, and we do lots of things well in New Mexico. We have tremendous brain power here, Bohannon, Houston, other intellectual assets, but we also make things well, whether it's wine, whether it's manufactured goods, whatever it happens to be. So I think the potential is unlimited, and as there's several things I think that come up. Why are exports kind of a bigger factor right now than they were from past recessions? Well, number one, the dollar's down, so you take advantage of that. Number two, with emerging markets around the world, at least I've seen from a firsthand experience, they need services, they need goods, they have engineering. When I was in Singapore or in Beijing, for example, a lot of the big buildings going up in Beijing are designed by American architects. We have the know-how. So I think there's this unlimited potential, whether you make something very simple, and making wine is not simple, but if goods and services, food products, engineering, you name it. Well, listen, thanks again, everybody, for your partnership. We appreciate it very much. We look forward to this trip. As we talk a lot from an economic development standpoint, exports, it's new money. It's like tourism. It brings new money into our economy. It's not just trading dollars with inside of our city limits or inside of the state. So it's a very exciting opportunity. Appreciate Bohannon Houston for really stepping up, and the other local companies that are constantly about our. Thank you for your friendship and for your partnership and for your leadership. We appreciate that. Commissioner Johnson, once again, thanks to you and everybody on the county commission, Vince, Mei Ling, everybody on the county side, Jared DeFirth, John Garcia, Randy. It's pretty exciting stuff, and we're looking forward to it. So thank you very much.